morning students. Today we are going to learn about physics and the topic name is measurements. You know what is measurement? Yes, the act or process of measuring things is called measurement. So already last class you learnt about some quantities. Okay, that is all quantities that can be measured, right? Such as length, mass and time. So you already learnt about SI unit of mass, length and time. So these are called physical quantities of measurement. These physical quantities are two types. Those are fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Fundamental quantities are independent of each other. There are 7 fundamental quantities. Those are length, mass, time, electric current, temperature, amount of substance, luminous intensity. So these are called fundamental quantities, and in this table they given the SI unit and their symbol. So physical quantities are two types. First one fundamental quantities and the another one is derived quantities, which means combination of one or more fundamental quantities. Say for example, if you calculating the speed, how we have to calculate? The speed is calculated as the ratio of distance to time. So distance means the length of the path traveled, and time So these length and time, these are fundamental quantities. So derived quantities means that are derived from a combination of one or more fundamental quantities. Okay. Now you are going to learn about measuring volume of solids and liquids. What is the meaning volume? Yes, volume is the space occupied by matter. It is a derived quantity. The volume of some three-dimensional objects, cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, pyramid, these and all 3D shapes. Okay, so volume of liquid is measured using tools like graduated cylinder and measuring a beaker also. Now you are going to learn some volume of solids and the volume of liquids. Here I show some solid shapes, cube, and how they are calculating the volume of this particular cube. W into L into H, that is 3 sides. Okay, and the next 3D shape is cone, and they're giving the formula of cone 1 by 3 by into r squared into h. And the next thing is a cylinder. What is the volume of a cylinder? By r squared h. And then last one is triangular, and then pyramid. They given the volume formula also. And how we are calculating the volume of liquid? Volume of liquids is measured using tools like cylinder and beaker. The standard unit of measurement for volume of liquid is liter. So I given one table. It is given that multiples of liter and submultiples of liter. Kiloliter, hectoliter, decaliter, these are multiples of liter, and deciliter, centiliter, milliliter, these are submultiples of liter. And to avoid a parallax error while reading the volume of a liquid, some precautions need to follow. The first thing, place the container or cylinder used to measure volume on a flat or level surface. And the second precaution is, note the lowest level of the curve when measuring the volume of a colorless liquid and for colored liquids. Take the reading that corresponds to the upper level of the curve. Now you are going to find out the asymmetrical solids. Asymmetrical, it is nothing, irregular or solid objects. Okay, we are taking the stone. Okay. So the easiest method to find the volume of any irregular object is through displacement of liquid. The change in volume before and after immersing the irregular object will help us determine the volume of the object. So look at the picture. First, find out the initial volume. Okay, and after you put the stone inside the liquid, now you calculate the volume of that container. So volume of stone equal to final volume minus initial volume. So you get the volume of that particular stone. This is the way we have to calculate the irregular volume of the irregular object. In this way, we find out the volume of irregular objects. I hope you all understood. Thank you.